welcome to this class. We have a beautiful background, leaves in the background actually. We're just going to recreate the background as the overall. We don't need to create any details in our painting. We're going to focus more on the bird, of course, but the background is just going to be kind of blurred out. Have your colors ready to go. I'm going to show you what I have. I didn't dilute them with water yet. This is imidazzle yellow. This is iso yellow, Van Dyke brown, burnt sienna, quin red, cobalt blue, and phthalo blue, and a little bit of green. This is sap green, hooker's green. So either way, just a little bit of green in the background. Now we have to make a plan because it's very easy to fill like the entire background with all the colors, and next thing it just becomes too busy. You always want to find an area in the background that you're going to keep much lighter than other areas. I kind of see it like on this side. And another thing is, it's a good thing, good news. We can divide the background into two parts because we have this branch, and this branch with the bird are in the foreground and everything else can become part of the background. So we'll focus on wetting this part first, and then we're gonna layer it wet on wet, starting with some actually cobalt blue, and I'd say a little bit of red, and then we can add Van Dyke brown because we see a little bit of that shade on the left side of the bird and on the right side with the highlights, more highlights, right? And then we can start adding the imidazzle yellow. This is my flat 24 brush, and start wetting the paper. Now this paper doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately, because this is the old version of the collection by Henry Mule. And I keep saying that a lot in my classes because I have still a lot of the journals that I made myself. And this is a journal with that paper. So the closest you can get to this paper is probably Arches cold pressed. Because if you go with the new version of the collection cold pressed, you're gonna have a very smooth paper and you will not be able to like do dry brushing. It's just the paper is gonna be too smooth. So I would suggest to either use Arches cold press, or you would use the new version of the collection cold press, but the back side, which has more texture. And that's what I've been using too a lot. So careful when you go next to the bird. You don't want to go over the bird. So first thing, I'm going to actually use this brush. First is the blue, right? The highlights. So let's grab some of this cobalt blue, a little bit of quin red, might as well. And then there's my Van Dyke brown. And this will resemble more of what I see there. Like this is my blue and some Van Dyke brown, just a little bit of that, and on this side too. So as you see, I have a separation of colors. That's because I'm not trying to like overly mix the colors when I grab them on the palette. I'm gonna clean this brush very quickly. So that's my cobalt blue with some tiny bit of quin red. And then there is my imidazzle yellow, but I want to change the shade of it right away. Like I don't want this to be just the imidazzle yellow, although I can come back to it in a second, and then add something else. And you can go in circles because actually there's bokeh and stuff like that. So we can grab a little bit of quin red too, make it a little warmer, and think about the lighter areas, right, overall. So this would be like my lighter area right here. So this is the area where I was talking about like the contrast. I might have to squeeze more of my imidazzle yellow. Otherwise it will be very like orange-like the iso yellow. So I'm just going to squeeze it quickly here. Just my iso yellow, more water, just so it's not too thick. And then I'll come here quickly. Again, the circles, right? And then here above, like we need to go around the bird. That's just no question. So we have to give it that time. The paper is drying fast, so we just need to make time for it. And it's better just to like even leave the background alone, like the other parts, just to make sure you have that time to add colors here next to the bird. So I'm using a round brush, size 8. This is my golden 2. It's a softer brush now. A Van Dyke brown and cobalt blue are granulated colors. They're like old colors by Holbein. They're not part of this new palette. That's all granulated. It's actually part of the old color selection, and they have always had these granulated colors. They're just never like promoted them that way. So that's why I have the granulation there. So if you wonder, like I'm not using the new colors by Holbein, which are part of this new granulating set. These are like the old colors from the palette. So you have to ask yourself question like how much of the background like you want to keep adding, I feel like I'm okay, except I would like a little bit of those darks. So for example, like this is just the Van Dyke brown, some cobalt blue, and just to circle this part maybe. We have circles, right? The bouquet. So might as well grab some of that. If you don't overly mix the colors on your palette and you let the colors to separate, you will not create a shade of green. And shade of green will come very easily from mixing the blue and yellow together. So here it's becoming a little too bluish. So red. I feel like where I was earlier was fine, so I don't want it to be too much. Maybe something like this. This should be a little bit darker. So this is like the Van Dyke brown, some of the quinacridone red. I just want this part next to the bird and this side here to be darker, just because the feathers are darker here. And I want to show that contrast. Same thing here. So I'm going to have a contrast now. So very gently adding colors and adding colors, but I'm going to leave it the way it is. Cobalt blue, burnt sienna. Actually, I should grab some ISO yellow, and I would just go like this through it, but you know what, it's not dark enough, so I'm grabbing more of the cobalt blue and some even Van Dyke brown, and then we add like some of these branches, more of the burnt sienna perhaps. So blue, cobalt blue, burnt sienna, just so we have something more in the background, let's say. And it has to be thick paint. Like I just grabbed paint, but it wasn't thick enough, so I let go of it. All right, I'm gonna leave it, and then we're gonna focus on the bottom. So, all right, so that's it for this painting. So thank you so much for your time, and please let me know if you have any questions.